Starting and relief pitching. The Dodgers tonight with center fielder Matt Kemp, sporting MVP credentials and flirting with a triple crown this season. San Diego skipper Bud Black hopes to see a modest win streak build in this final homestand. And welcome to Petco Park. It's the first day of autumn, and Fall Classic not too far away. The Dodgers and Padres won't be involved in that, but it's always a keen series when these two Southern California rivals meet. And welcome to Petco Park in downtown San Diego. And hello, everyone. Dick Enberg with Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn and Joliet Catholic High School Hall of Famer, the other guy. The Padres and Dodgers have won 5 of their last 6, but the Dodgers come into town. They've won 21 of 29. They're above 500 for the first time since April, and their keystone in the middle of that lineup, Matt Kemp. What a season.
Well, he's just about done everything that you can possibly do on the offensive end. Third in the league, third in the league in batting average, second in the league in home runs, leading the league in RBIs, total bases, runs scored. I mean, this guy has done everything for the Dodgers this year, and he's a guy that can do it all. He's a good offensive player. He's a great defender, and you see the numbers. I mean, he's legitimately got a chance to win the Triple Crown. Not since Carl Yastrzemski did it. He was the last guy to win the Triple Crown. Has anybody been this close, this late into the season?
And, Tony, I think there's only one guy amongst us who can really relate to the way Matt Kemp is swinging the baseball bat, because you were in that tunnel as well. You had the blinders on when you were in that group. To me, it looks like, A, Matt Kemp is hitting mistakes.
Yeah.
And it looks like, B, that he has seen the ball extremely well out of the pitcher's hands, which you did quite so well. I'd like to see if there were playoff implications at the beginning of a series if pitchers buzzed him inside to back him off the plate to see how he'd react the rest of the series. I'm not saying that's going to happen now, but this guy is putting up great numbers, a great accomplishment for Matt Kemp, and it's something to see during this year of baseball when two teams are not in contention.
The only negative about Matt Kemp, he does strike out, but think about it, folks, historically, put it in perspective. It's been 44 years since one man, Carl Yastrzemski in Boston, has won the Triple Crown. You have to go back 74 years for the last National Leaguer, Joe Ducky Medwick, with the St. Louis Cardinals. So this is an incredibly special player that we're going to see in this series, Matt Kemp, and he celebrates his 27th birthday tonight. Let's look at our starting pitching matchup for this evening. Veteran left-hander Ted Lilly for the Dodgers. He's been tough on San Diego, 9-4 in his career. And for Wade LeBlanc, LeBlanc is 1-5 against the Dodgers. He's won his last 2 starts for San Diego. And our pitching matchup is brought to you by Discount Tire, where America saves on tires. Well, LeBlanc, his best pitching of the year, and he faced much of this lineup in the Pacific Coast League. We'll see how he does tonight. Leadoff hitter, shortstop D. Gordon for the Dodgers, and it's just outside, ball one. Gordon has been on quite a hitting streak, the son of the right-hander Tom Flash Gordon, who had several years in the big leagues. Just 23 years of age, tries to bunt his way on. Didn't play baseball in high school until he was a senior. He was a super basketball player in the state of Florida. He's on a 9-game hitting streak, batting .384. One of the reasons the Dodgers have been on quite a run of victories since late August. 1-1, the count. 2-1. Some unfamiliar names in the Dodger lineup as Don Mattingly giving his call-ups a chance to play tonight. And another miss by LeBlanc, whose control has been outstanding, but he falls behind Gordon 3-1. That's on the inside corner. Angel Hernandez calling balls and strikes tonight. Todd Titchener at first, Jerry Davis at second, and Greg Gibson, the third base umpire. Swung on and missed. LeBlanc sneaks an 89-mile-an-hour fastball through a late swing by Gordon. LeBlanc's pitcher profile brought to you by your San Diego County Cadillac dealer. Stop in tonight for an attractive lease or purchase offer. As per usual, .290 batting average against. LeBlanc will allow some base hits. Another bunt try. LeBlanc hops off the mound and throws out Justin Sellers. 2 away, and here is the Dodger lineup brought to you by the Prize Patrol, presented by Jerome's Furniture. Text winning to 269-411 to enter. Yeah, some new names to introduce. Gordon and Sellers. Here's the name coming up now, Matt Kemp, we all know. Then Jerry Sands bats cleanup. Trent Olchin in left field. Russell Mitchell, the first baseman. Another rookie, Tim Fedorovich, is the catcher. Eugenio Velez at second base, and Lilly, the pitcher. Velez is a story just the opposite of Kemp's year. While Kemp is flirting with MVP and Triple Crown numbers, Velez is 0 for 33.
Trying to get on the board. Yeah. Trying to get on the board this year.
Kemp takes a strike, and it's 1-1. Boy, what a season indeed. Third batting average, but only 4 points behind Braun. Second to Pujols in home runs, only one behind the first baseman of the Cardinals. There's a strike, 1-2. Leads in RBIs with 118. Leads in runs scored. Second in stolen bases with 40. Leads in total bases. How can you not vote for him?
It sounds like MVP to me.
I think Clayton Kershaw may prevent that.
Rock him out. Now LeBlanc will have none of those numbers as he retires the Dodgers in order. Coming up, bottom of the first, Maben, Bartlett, and Denorfia for the home side. in motion in San Diego to help our community and our economy. 10 wins for Lilly, with victory his last time out. That's 9 straight seasons. He's won 10 games or more.
He does a fine job of disrupting the timing of hitters. He's not overpowering by any means. Fastball change, slider, and a curve. Fly ball pitcher. It's good for about 90 pitches on the evening. A little herky-jerky delivery as well.
A modified Luis Tiant delivery. Turns his back to you and then hides the ball on the delivery.
Yep, all part of the deception.
Maben starts at 266 tonight. 38 stolen bases, and that's significant against Lilly. He allows more stolen bases than any pitcher in the National League. They pilfered him 33 times.
He's just as slow from the stretch as he is from the windup. His concentration is making good pitches.
2 balls and a strike to Maben. With Ryan Ludwig traded away at the deadline, Maben's 9 home runs leads the club. Hits that one well, but right at Kemp in center. One away, a hard out to center by Maben. Here's Bud Black's starting lineup, brought to you by Evans Tire and Service Centers, home of the free alignment. Cameron Maben, Bartlett went 2 for 2 in the win Wednesday, came off the bench in Colorado. Denorfia hits third, Hundley cleanup, Orlando Hudson, then Cunningham. Alberto Gonzalez playing first base tonight. Jesus Guzman for the 3rd straight game, a late scratch. Andy Perino then plays third, and LeBlanc, the best of the Padre hitting pitchers, bats 9th. Bartlett leads the team. Total of hits 135.
Well, you're going to get something to hit against Lilly. He's a strike thrower. It's just a matter of trying to take it right off that LA of the cap or take him the opposite field if you're a right-handed hitter. And we've said that so many times because over the course of this season, Ted Lilly's pretty much had the Padres' number.
He's 3-1 this year with an ERA of 2.33, so not giving up much at all.
Well, the key to facing Lilly is you got to, like you said, you got to make him throw strikes. You can't afford to chase balls that are out of the zone. Make him come in the zone.
Yeah, you get too froggy against this guy, you're going to just end up jamming yourself, swinging at bad pitches.
Well, throughout the history of this game, there have been a lot of lefties, especially with his kind of stuff, that can win. That ball hit high in the air. Kemp waiting for it to come down. That had a good carry right to the edge of the warning path for the out. A couple of balls hit hard off Lilly for outs. Dodger defense has Sellers, Gordon on the left side, Velez and Mitchell on the right side, Bolchin, Kemp, and Sands in the outfield, Fedorovich behind the plate, and Lilly on the mound. Back in your heyday, Tony Gwynn, left-hander that threw that kind of stuff that just you had to be patient.
A lot of them, yeah. There were guys like Denny Nagel and towards the end, Tom Glavine. Who weren't overpowering, but you know what? The key to facing any guy, Ted Lilly, soft tosser, hard throw, is if you swing at strikes. And that's the key against a guy like Lilly who's going to change speeds on you, who's going to nibble a little bit. He's taking your aggressiveness as a hitter and using it against you. And
did you ever face Ross Grimsley?
Ross Grimsley, yes, I did.
Slow, slower, and slowest.
When you face those guys, make them throw strikes.
2-0 pitches in there to Denorfia. Batting .279. On the inside corner, 88 on the fastball.
If Ted Lilly can locate that fastball on that inside corner, sometimes that fastball will leak over the plate. He won't get it in there enough. And that's when, like you said, Tony, you have to capitalize and jump all over that fastball. But if he's locked into that pitch there, he'll go deep into the game.
The other thing for right-hand hitters to think about tonight is Lilly's all the way over on the third base side of the rubber. And when you get a left-handed pitcher all the way over on that side of the rubber against right-hand hitters, you really have to be cognizant of what's a strike on the inner half of the plate.
Line drive, base hit. So all three Padres have hit the ball sharply to center field. But Lily's style is he hopes those drives go to gloves, and Maven's and Bartlett's did, but Denorfia, solid single.
You're absolutely right. The Padres have hit the ball pretty well here, the first three hitters of the game. This is fastball. He tried to get in. He didn't get it in enough. And Denorfia short strokes this ball into center field. Nice line drive, crisp hit, base hit to center.
That's the fastball I was just talking about, leaking over the heart of the plate, not getting it inside.
Nick Hundley. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Even though Tiant was a right-hander, he turned his back on the hitter and his windup. And here's a little example of that. He really was.
He threw from all angles, too.
Like trying to hit a carousel.
Yeah.
1-0 to Hundley. And Marichal back in his day had a little bit of that too. And Fernando Valenzuela looked up at the sky in his delivery. And the unusual sometimes is part of the strength of the pitcher.
That's exactly right, because it's very unusual as a hitter to be able to see the uni number of the pitcher on his back.
We said that Lilly does not have a good motion to first base, so opposing teams have had their share of steals. Denorfia has 11 this year.
Yeah, if you're going to steal off Ted Lilly, you're going to go on the first move.
Inside, and Hundley works the count to 3-0.
When I think of soft toss right-handers, guys that you look at them out there and they have fun, Livan Hernandez. He has fun when he's out there, flipping it up there, different arm angles, different arm speeds. He'll invent pitches out there.
Strike on the inside corner. See if Denorfia might be going here. 3-1. 2 out, bottom of the first. Dodgers went in order to open the game. Foul back, almost reached us.
Yeah, that last pitch, 3-1. Henley's ahead in the count. Was it a ball or was it a strike?
I think if taken and called, I think might have been a ball. What do you think?
I agree. And again, that's what Ted Lilly's going to try to do. If he doesn't have to throw you a strike to get you to swing, then he's not going to throw you one.
Denorfia off with the pitch. And it's fouled away.
Well, it looks like another monitor went down and hit right in front of Brett Piccolo in media row there, and he wanted no part of that fly ball.
Father Rob would have fielded that with a
bare hand. You're right.
There he is, Kid Peach. Yeah, shake it a little bit more. There you go. That'll fix it.
Needs a little more love than that. Now the count full again, and Denorfia off with the pitch. Struck him out. So from 3-0, Lilly 4 straight strikes, and Hundley goes down swinging. No runs, a hit, a man left after 1, no score. in? I hope you are. Renew your season tickets and be entered to win one of 15 great prizes. Today's 15 prizes and 15 games winner is Robert Bolster. Robert's been a season ticket holder since 1978, and he's won a private batting cage session at Petco Park. Not too late to place your 2012 deposit. Be entered to win. Call the Padres at 619-795-5555 tonight. Jerry Sands batting cleanup. Former Catawba College star, North Carolina, and he lines one into the left field corner. Over to cut it off is Cunningham. Sands takes the big turn, and he'll coast in to second with a double. Thought Cunningham might have a play there, but wasn't very successful in picking up the ball cleanly.
Looked like a high changeup.
Up.
And Tony, I'm wondering when when Aaron Cunningham gets to this baseball, does he field it cleanly, or
if he did, he felt like he had a chance maybe to throw Sands out at second base, but once he bobbled it,
yeah,
he had to concede the double and brought on to third base.
Brings up left fielder Trent Olchin, batting .215. He's been used as a pinch hitter and pinch runner most of the year. Sands with that base hit. Now a streak of 11 consecutive games with a base hit.
oh, life is good. Ball game, eats.
Bunted in the air, and quick throw just does get Olchin. He can run. That'll be a sacrifice as Mattingly plays for an early run. Brings up Russell Mitchell, a rookie first baseman, 26 years old, from Cartersville, Georgia. And he's last year came up, and his first 2 hits in the big leagues were home runs. So he's got some yank to that swing. He's got a couple home runs in his 45 at bats this year. Infield will play about a step behind the baseline at the corners and back up the middle. First pitch strike to Mitchell. 89 on that fastball. Chopped, and that'll get the run home on contact. Perino throws him out, and the Dodgers lead 1-0. Now they play small ball, sacrifice, and a smothered ground ball on the infield after the double by Sands, and LA on the board first.
Not too much LeBlanc could do there. He made a good pitch, had Mitchell out in front. Hits a little number to third base, but not hard enough for Perino to make a play at the plate. Like, good pitch right there. Mitchell goes right over the top of it. Perino's only play is to go to first.
And sometimes as a pitcher, rather than little number out in front of home plate, you'd rather have a guy hit one of the screws right at one of your infielders and hold that runner.
Yep.
Not the case.
Brings out the rookie catcher, Fedorovich, acquired from the Red Sox in the trading deadline in the deal that sent Trayvon Robinson to Boston.
Well, everything I hear about Fedorovich is positive, especially behind the plate. Moving laterally, calling the game, receiving, throwing. The only question is, through time, can he hit? And they feel that he can.
Fly ball right field, sliced toward the line, and Denorfia is there. And that's it for the Dodgers, but they take full advantage of the leadoff double by Jerry Sands, and they lead it 1-0. free Padres Sports Watch presented by Deuce Brand. Get your tickets tonight at Padres.com. 1-0 LA. Hudson, Cunningham, and then Gonzalez for the Padres. Hudson with a 307 lifetime average against the Dodgers. There's that slow breaking pitch at 67 miles an hour.
The Ephus curveball.
It's amazing he could throw that slow and get that kind of breakup.
And he comes back with a fastball and must look a lot faster than 87.
20-mile-per-hour difference right there between the two pitches.
Pops him up. First baseman Russell Mitchell in foul territory. Now fair territory for the out. One away, Aaron Cunningham, the batter. Well, tomorrow night, 5 o'clock for our Honda Dealers pregame show. Aaron Harang will seek his 14th win of the year against right-hander Chad Billingsley. He's 11-10. Rally towel night here at Petco. Most of you know the Ted Lilly story. He was drafted by the Dodgers in the first round, 1996. And then in the minors involved in a trade. His dream was always to pitch for Los Angeles. Grew up in Yosemite, California, went to Fresno City College. Finally traded back last year from the Cubs, wearing the Dodger blue. Another pop-up. Another chance for Mitchell at first base. Called off. Nope, he's going to take it himself. 2 quick outs on pop flies.
You know, Dick, you mentioned that Lilly pitched at City College. Junior colleges and city colleges don't get enough love, right? I mean, you look throughout Major League Baseball, there are guys who went to the JC and a lot of small schools around there.
Yeah.
Mad Latos. That's right.
A lot of guys coming out of high school don't want to commit for 3 years at the college level, and so they go to junior college and pitch for 1 year. Get drafted and start their professional career.
Darren Balsley at Palomar College.
That's right.
Alberto Gonzalez.
Bud Black as well, right? Before he went to state.
Yeah. I believe so.
2 strikes quickly on Gonzalez. 218 average. Struck him out. So that's Ted Lilly. I mean, he'll let you take your swings, but you better be ready for any speed, any place, any delivery. 33 this year. And if you count the end of the Giant season last year, he's 0 for the last 42. Now you got to go back some years, although Craig Counsell this year started 0 for 42.
Man, that's a rough start.
Well, actually, he went 0 for 45.
That's even worse.
I'm not stopping. Bill Bergen, you have to go to Brooklyn 1909 to find somebody who went 0 for 45. And that's over 2 seasons. The record for going 0 for in a full year is 35. So Velez needs only a couple more outs to tie that.
Tony, your longest 0 for was what, 0 for 9?
18.
0 for 18.
He goes down swinging, and it's 0 for 34. We're looking at Ted Williams, the year 1941, the last time a hitter registered a 400 batting average. Williams' longest hitless streak was 0 for 7.
I believe it.
And when you think about it, Tony, and of course you went through it, to hit 400, you have to go 2 for 5 every game all season long.
Yeah.
That puts it into.
Yeah, I mean, just going a regular 0 for, an 0 for 4, an 0 for 5. I mean, your average.
Ground ball left side, Bartlett to his left. And he throws out Lilly.
How about the mental anguish? Especially if you're not an everyday guy. If you're an everyday guy, you know you're going to get another chance the next day. But Velez's case, he hadn't been out there every day, so to go day after day, not getting hit mentally, how do you stay sharp?
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong. If you're in that slump and you're not an everyday guy, you're going to start swinging the bad pitches early because you want to get that hit.
Yeah, I mean the pressure's on, and I'm sure Don Mattingly, that's one of the reasons why he put him in the lineup today, was give him a chance to get off the schneid here and get a knock on the board. So yeah, mentally it's just really difficult to day after day go up there and try to get a good at bat.
Well, 0 for a season. And here's D. Gordon. He struck out swinging the first time. We mentioned that LeBlanc has faced some of these new names in the Dodger lineup when they were at Albuquerque and he was at Tucson. Another bunt try, and it's foul. Gordon will try to bunt almost every at bat. Yeah. He's really fast. Well, there are some of the isotopes of Albuquerque. Gordon, he singled his only time off LeBlanc. Sellers 0 for 2 strikeout, and Velez, when he was down there, had the similar problems.
You know, I'm looking up at the big screen of D. Gordon, his picture. He looks so much like his dad. Yep. Oh, my gosh. His dad could pitch a little bit now. Yeah, starter, reliever, closer.
Did it all.
Spoils that one. The count remains 1-2. Gordon is just 23.
Man.
Dad, a right-handed pitcher. Kansas City and other teams.
Philly, Boston.
Cubs a little bit too, I think.
Started, closed.
Yankees. Did you just mention Yankees?
I think he did pitch for you. Dad had a great overhand curveball.
Base is empty here in the Dodger third. 2 out. Change up in the dirt. Dodgers 1 game over 500, 78 and 77. They haven't been over 500 since April 29. They were 14 and 13 then. Line drive, Bartlett able to go up the ladder. 3 up, 3 down. The Dodger story in the third. Padres come up with Perino, LeBlanc, and Maven in their half of the third. Premier Dental Implant Center. And by your San Diego County Cadillac dealers. Visit them tonight for an attractive lease or purchase offer.
I'm still waiting for that 1963 convertible Cadillac to show up in my driveway.
Just, you never know. You wake up in the morning, you peek out the window right away on the driveway. Maybe they can't find Alpine. Andy Perino leads off the third. Switch hitting infielder takes it inside. Yeah, you folks that have been following us the last couple of years know that my favorite play is the double play, beautifully turned rhythmic double play. This man can turn it at second base. We saw a couple in Colorado. He can really kick that bag and get a throw off lightning quick. He's got wonderful feet.
He's done a good job at third base as well. Very quick. And Bud Black even said after about maybe a week or so in the big leagues, he really likes Andy Perino. Nice little ball player.
There's that slow curveball, but it hangs high, and it's 2-1. Yeah, Logan Forsythe impressed the skipper as well. He seemed to get better before the injury. James Darnell was coming along as well, shoulder surgery. Three young players, infielders. It's going to be a battle. One of those three going to make the squad next year, you'd think.
Spring training is going to be very interesting.
3-1 to the switch hitting Perino, and that's one of the advantages he brings, hitting from both sides. Check swing, and he's aboard. A leadoff walk. Our leaderboard tonight brought to you by Los Primos, home of the Monster Burrito. Get your $5 meal deal at Primos, Los Primos. Longest hitting streak by a pitcher in Padre history, Tim Lawler. He could hit. Wade LeBlanc now, when he's had an at-bat, has hit safely the last 6 games, and Woody Williams put together a 5-game streak, as did Lawler. He's up there to bunt. And it's a good one. Lilly takes a look at second and then throws to the second baseman Velez for the out. LeBlanc does his work, moves the runner along.
That was a good butt by LeBlanc, too, because the third baseman charged hard and he really could only go to first base, and LeBlanc laid down a perfect bunt. He would square it up and get it down. Lilly looked at second, but really his only play was to go to first.
So Cameron Maben and Jason Bartlett will have a chance to tie it for the Padres here in the third. Maben whistled a line drive, but right at center fielder Matt Kemp is first at bat.
So many times with a runner in scoring position, a lot of pitchers will throw off-speed stuff, but he can vary that fastball inside. Lilly will.
Go. It's Maben squaring as if he was going to try to beat out a hit. A bunt.
Saul Sellers was back at third base. He showed it. Yeah, here's that situation where this Lilly, as a right-hand hitter, you really got to make him throw strikes, because he's playing with these right-hand hitters' mind on the inside part of the plate. And you see the catcher set up in off the plate to right-handers, and then look for that changeup or something off speed away from the right-hand hitter. And so, especially with runners in scoring position, this is a situation where you just separate it out. Get yourself a ball in the zone to take a swing at, and force him to throw you something, to throw you a strike.
2-0 to Maben.
Well, a couple of theories here with Lilly's fastball in and breaking ball. He wants to try to keep that runner at second base. So a soft breaking ball down and in, what does that tell you? He wants a hot, even if it's a hot smash to Sellers. You freeze the runner at second base. Maybe a fastball and he fists it out to D. Gordon, hard enough to where you keep that runner at second base. So left side of the infield right here should be pretty on their toes.
Perino had terrific leads the last 2 pitches. He was jumping off second base. He was more than a third of the way to third. Let's see what might be brewing here. Swing and a miss. There's that pitch inside. Is it a strike or isn't it? Yeah.
Even though he's ahead, even though the hitter's ahead in the count 2-0. Now, is it a ball or is it a strike? I think if we replayed that last pitch, you'd probably say that was not a strike. And that's what Lilly takes advantage of. Because the hitter wants to be aggressive. He's in a count where he could be aggressive, yet he still doesn't throw him a strike.
And now he can bring it in even more.
Yeah.
Tying run out at second, carried by Andy Perino. One out here in the third. Another foul. Perino takes a long look at Glenn Hoffman, coaching at third, as if to say, "You want me to try it?"
This time of year, you want to see what he can do. I'm sure he's got a green light if he can get a good jump.
Lily's already, faked twice to second base, twirled twice.
You don't want to make the third out at third. So.
Yeah, in the dirt. That would have been a good one to try. Of course, with one out, this would be the time to try to steal. So full count to Maben. Thrown a lot of changeups on 3-2 or counts similar. Race one outside. He couldn't get that one in the strike zone. A fastball at 89. So a couple of walks from Lilly here in the third.
Well, the Padres may have caught a break here. Let's check out Carl's Jr. pitch tracks. And it wasn't the prettiest the way that Fedorovich received that ball. But according to the Happy Star, he's smiling. That was on the corner.
Yeah, that was the catcher influencing the call.
Yeah, and that was him not hitting the spot. Andrew Hernandez behind the plate, not giving it to him.
Jason Bartlett 2 on with 1 out. Inside fastball.
Elevated.
Outfield deep and left and in center. Jerry Sands in right is up a couple of steps. Perino at second, Maben at first. Plenty of speed aboard. Ooh, my, that looked like it might have been a little inside. 0-2. Bartlett asking as well.
Is that on the inside corner?
Let's go to Happy Star. Oh, inside.
Yeah, now where is the inside corner?
Yeah.
Bounce to the right side. There's one, and Bartlett beats it out at first. Ball wasn't hit that hard. Perino moves to third on the fielder's choice. Maben raced at second, and Bartlett aboard on the fielder's choice for 6.
Looked like Velez may have thrown a little changeup here on this soft ground ball hit to the right side, and D. Gordon does a nice acrobatic. That wasn't that bad of a feed, just because the ball wasn't hit that hard.
Yeah, nice play by Mitchell at first base, coming up with this ball in the dirt. And that's one of those balls, a bad hot when he gets away from him, and the runner Perino is going to be able to score.
So a good clean slide also by Cameron Maben into second base.
So first and third with 2 out, and Chris Denorfia, the hitter, singled sharply to center his first time. That was pretty good. 90 on the fastball. Let's see if this is a strike. Goodness, how can you not go? What's going on here?
You see Fedorovich setting up under the hitter's knuckles, under Denorfia's knuckles on the inside part of the plate. This is one of my things I always talk about as umpires is when that catcher sets up in under the right-handed hitter's knuckles, usually the umpire slides over with him a little bit, and you kind of lose control of what's a strike on the outside part of the plate.
2-0 to Denorfia. A couple of men aboard on walks here against Lilly, as the Padres look for a run to tie.
I know we've talked about this before, but I'm campaigning for bringing back the pillow. Get that big old protector and square up the middle of the plate. And I hear arguments from umpires all the time. Oh, you can't see the. Yes,
the
you
low
can.
pitch. Yeah, the low pitch they argue. You can't look up over the shoulder.
Bust your tail and get down there so you can see it. That's what I say.
Line foul.
That's where Fedorovich sets up when he's setting up in. And then look where the umpire is setting up behind him. And you can't tell me that as an umpire, it's going to be hard to see the outside part of the plate.
2 balls and a strike now to Northia. The 50th pitch coming up from Lilly.
See Fedorovich, see where he's setting up right now. He's right in the middle. And now he's going away, and now he's coming back in. And being over his shoulder, you're going to have trouble seeing the outside part of the plate. And, you know, I haggle with this with the college umpires, too, because they come in and tell us what's a ball and what's a strike, and then there's new rules for every year.
Right. See, his head was over the inside corner.
He's over the inside corner of the plate, but it's going to be hard to see over the catcher and see the outside part of the plate.
They're more likely to give the pitch that's inside a strike, as he's shown already this inning.
When he sets up in, he's going to be more apt to give him that than on the outside, which we've seen 2 pitches tonight already that, because he had to reach over a little bit, didn't give him to him.
Aren't you supposed to watch the flight of the baseball, not the way the catcher receives it?
You're just supposed to set up right down the middle. That's what I said. Aren't you supposed to set up right behind home plate?
Runners lead from the corners, 2-2 from Lilly.
Look at that. His head's up.
Struck him out. Well, he struck out the last man he's faced in the first, second, and third innings. Striking out Hundley, then Gonzalez, and now Denorfia. Bat against Wade LeBlanc. Dodger run came on a leadoff double by Sands in the second. A sacrifice and a tap out by Mitchell got the run in. Fastball outside. Sellers rolled a soft ground ball up the first base side, and LeBlanc threw him out first time. Two and 0 to Sellers. LeBlanc, 3 strikeouts, no walks through 3 innings. Only the 1 hit. Takes That went inside the edge, and it's 2-1.
Tony, I think you'd appreciate this one. But if Justin Sellers played with Randall Byers. Remember Randall?
Yeah.
Yeah, Byers and Sellers. Yeah. Oh, Randall, that's going way back.
Yeah,
that's late
way
80s,
back,
right?
Yeah.
He was a young talent.
Left-handed hitter. Yeah.
Tall, skinny kid, wasn't he?
2-2 to Sellers. Pops him up, and that'll make it into the lower deck to the right. Watch out. Off the facing of the second deck, Karem's downstairs. So if you had Byers and Sellers, would you say, you know, I was thinking about this, the expression in cahoots, you can't go there. Now you can't, you know, how do you get in cahoots? Because you can't get there. Well, think about it. You have to be with somebody to get in cahoots. Ooh, how does that one miss?
Tried to backdoor the breaking ball there. That was a slider from Wade LeBlanc.
Full count to Sellers. Ground ball by the diving try of Gonzalez. And the leadoff single for Sellers. Well, time for tonight's trivia question brought to you by AT&T Wireless. Tonight's question: on this date in 2000, former Padre Fred McGriff hit a home run for the Devil Rays, and that gave him 200 homers in both the American and the National League. Who's the only other player in history with 200 home runs in both leagues? You'll have the answer bottom half of the inning.
I'm going to write down my answer. You want to see my answer, Tony? Dick, write down an answer.
Well, I know the answer. But,
oh, you do?
Matt Kemp. Six-game hitting streak, hitting only 600. He had a home run and 3 doubles last night in San Francisco. Struck out his first time. Birthday man at 27. High fly ball, right field. He just missed that one. Denorfia gathers it in. One away. Brings up Jerry Sands, who doubled into the left field corner and scored on a sacrifice and bounce out for the only run.
Trying to take that ball to right center field, and it's a big part of the yard here at Petco. He said they just missed that.
Hitting safely in the last 11 games, batting nearly 500. So Gordon and Kemp and Sands all coming into this series with hitting streaks. LeBlanc, a cagey move to first base. He doesn't show you his best move necessarily. And he'll wait a little longer and hope you're going on the first move.
Yeah.
He picks off a lot of guys that way.
He's setting it up, not giving him his A move right now.
Well outside.
You know, sometimes when Wade LeBlanc tries to overthrow a little bit, that's where he can get in trouble as well. It looked like that last pitch tried to overthrow it. And usually when it's a right-handed hitter and the pitch leaks up and away, that'll tell you he's working under it a little bit or trying to overthrow it.
Two and 0. Well, Arizona's magic number down to 1. hosting the Giants, a 3-game series, and in the 6th inning, Giants have a 1-0 lead at Chase Field. The way that series develops could impact the pitching matchups in this series. Ground ball to third. Well fielded by Perino. Hudson to first. A double play around the horn, and the Dodgers gone in the 4th inning. Coming up in the home half of the 4th, it'll be Hundley, Hudson, and Cunningham for the Padres. 1-0 Dodgers in the lead. First pitch upstairs to Hundley, who struck out his first time. Neck will be appearing tomorrow morning, 1-1 at Warwick's Bookstore in downtown La Jolla. Bud Black, Luke Gregerson, Hundley, Corey Lutke, and Will Venable will be there for the Rady Children's Hospital. They'll sign any memorabilia that you might want to bring, and any funds that are raised, a portion will go to the Rady's Children's Hospital for MRSA and other life-threatening diseases. And Jenny Warner, who has written a book for children, My Padres Baseball Game, she'll be there to offer autographs of her book, and it's a book about a young girl and her father enjoying baseball together.
Oh, nice.
So that's at Warwick's tomorrow at 10 to 11:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I know. Nan Black, the wife of Bud Black, is a nurse at Children's Hospital, and she's very involved with that MRSA disease. It's nasty, and very heavily involved with that. So it's great to see the guys out in the community.
Hundley pops that one foul. It remains 2-2. Well, as it is throughout really all of professional sport, and baseball right there at the top of the list, all the players have a charitable cause and they're free with their line drive. Fair ball over the leaping try of the third baseman Sellers, and Nick Hundley's on his way to second base with a leadoff double.
Nick Hundley got a ball that he can handle. Change up out over the plate. He lines it into the corner, just over the glove of Justin Sellers at third base.
When I left the bat, I thought Sellers was going to catch that one. So that's how the Dodgers got their run. A leadoff double by Sands in the second. They moved him around, sacrifice and ground out. Let's see how the Padres do here in the fourth. Hudson, the hitter. And apparently Bud Black going to play small ball. Hudson popped to first in the second inning. Is he really bunting or just trying to move the infielders around?
Create a little motion, possibly. I think he's bunting again.
I think he's swinging.
Inside, 2-0.
And he could be doing that just to disrupt the timing of Lilly.
And again, we talked about this, that ball inside. And these guys, they see the videotape, and they faced Lilly a couple of times this year already, so they're already aware of that. Again, sometimes it's just making Lilly get in a situation where you got to throw a strike like that.
Fastball was there, but Hudson late pulling the trigger. 2-1.
Good pitch to hit.
Well, he has to challenge him here. He's got a runner in scoring position. Doesn't want to walk Hudson.
You know, from that swing, 2-0 swing, but by the location of that pitch, that looked like a good pitch to try to inside out and go the other way.
It looked like Hudson wasn't sure that that's what he was going to get right there. It was a 2-0 fastball. And Lilly came right at him with it.
Low, 3-1. When Hudson was with the Dodgers 2 years ago, he hit for the cycle. Of course, that is something never accomplished by a Padre. And he was only the second LA Dodger to do that. Wes Parker the other. 3 balls and a strike. Foul back. Got another fastball.
Might have been Lilly's best fastball of the night right there. Challenged him with the fastball a little bit up in the zone.
Full count, Orlando Hudson. Hudson trying to move Hundley around. Leadoff double for the Padre catcher. Ooh, they had Hundley leaning, and shortstop Gordon ducking in behind, but Lilly didn't react quickly enough.
Third time tonight that Lilly has used the spin move, and you can see D. Gordon given the daylight play, and it's the pitcher's prerogative to either step off. Remember, you don't have to throw to second base, even on that spin move. It's the responsibility of Nick Hundley to check out Eugenio Velez, who's playing well off the bat.
Another fastball. That's 3 in a row. Count remains full on Orlando Hudson. It's a situational hitting here for Hudson. At the very worst, try to hit the ball to the right side, get that runner over to third.
Give Lilly a little credit here. He hadn't been afraid. He's challenged him inside. He doesn't want him. He knows he's trying to get that runner over to third.
Change up.
Ground ball pulled to third, and Hundley has to hold. And the play made. Sellers across to Mitchell for the out. Well, time for our AT&T Wireless Trivia answer. 11 years ago on this day, Fred McGriff hit his 200th home run in the American League, matching 200 plus in the National League. The only other player in history with 200 home runs in both leagues, Frank Robinson. 343 in the National League and 243 in the American League.
That was wrong.
Yeah.
First guy that came to mind was Eddie Murray.
Good guess.
I didn't think far back enough.
Most of his home runs in the American League. So Hundley still at second base with 1 out, and Cunningham popped up his first time. Now Lilly's showing you why the last 10 starts he's been terrific. He's allowed opposing hitters a 173 batting average. That's best in the major league since the last of July. Only 2 hits tonight. Ooh, almost threw it into center field. Good play made by Velez.
Sign there of appreciation by Lilly. Velez saving him on that throw to second base. He worked so hard to get Hudson to hit a ball to the left side. You'd hate to get that runner an extra 90 feet and see Velez. He will knock that ball down. Like it was heading to center field.
One and one now to Cunningham. Ooh, broken bat pop-up on the infield. Right at second base, shortstop Gordon comes in to make the catch. So Cunningham has popped up twice now. 2 away, and Hundley still at second.
This bat went all the way out past third base to the grass. Justin Sellers did a little hop and a skip.
And again, ball or strike. And fastball in.
I think it was a ball, if taken.
You saw catcher again setting up in, ball or strike. You see the fastball, and you still got to make him throw a strike. And it's a good pitch by Lilly because, again, hitter who wants to be aggressive. He sees fastball, sees it on the inner half of the plate, but chances are it's not.
Gonzalez takes a strike. He's hitting only .218, but he's made his hits count. 31 runs batted in. Hundley still out at second base after the leadoff double. Now 2 away. Good stop by the young catcher. He was rated the best defensive catcher in the Red Sox organization, Fedorovich. A ball and a strike. Chopped off the plate and foul ball. That was the 70th pitch from Lilly. That's a significant day in American history when you think about the accomplishment. Lewis and Clark in 1806 returned to St. Louis. They've gone from St. Louis to Mississippi all the way to the Pacific coast and back in those days. Brought back a lot of information. They spotted a left-handed hitting pull hitter and a couple of right-handed pitchers. And the Cardinals have never been the same. Can you imagine getting in those days what they had to encounter? Pops him up. When it comes down, it'll be Russell Mitchell, the first baseman, with the squeeze. And the Padres waste a leadoff double by Hundley. Lilly continues to baffle him. And after 4, it's 1-0 LA.
Mid-game recap brought to you by Murray Lampert Construction. Find the truth in home remodeling with Murray Lampert Construction. See why they're the company that you trust. Get online, find out more information at murraylampert.com. Dick?
All right, Mark Grant with Tony Gwynn. We're here at Petco, top of the 5th inning, and Trent Olchen, the man from Sydney, Australia, swings at the first pitch and lines it foul down the right field line. An angry line drive, about 15 feet foul. Olchen sacrificed his first time after the leadoff double by Jerry Sands in the 2nd inning, and then Russell Mitchell, who followed with a little tapper swinging bunt down the third baseline, got the run home. Breaking ball, 0-2.
I had a feeling that the second pitch after that screamer down the right field line was going to be off speed.
Yeah, after he got that first pitch up. Olchen went right on it, but foul. He comes back with a real good breaking ball, not in the zone.
That's in there. Strike 3. 4th strikeout for Wade LeBlanc.
Uno dos. Adios.
Well, I guess if you're going to strike out a man from down under, you go down under.
That's
there.
a nice
Throw
call.
it low. Huh?
Absolutely.
There's another Aussie in the ballpark. Out in the Padre bullpen. Josh Spence. Ground ball foul off the bat of Russell Mitchell with his ground out to get the runner in from third. Mitchell has 3 RBIs, the first RBI for him that wasn't on a home run. Inside. Change up, 2-1.
Little slider?
Yep.
Yeah.
Full count.
Pick off the outside corner right there. Just missed.
Fouled into the glove of Hundley. Strike 3. 5 strikeouts now for LeBlanc. Takes care of Olchen and Mitchell here in the 5th inning. Fedorovich, the catcher, steps up.
We know that Wade LeBlanc does not overpower hitters. That was at 89, though. And he goes up the ladder on Mitchell. I don't know if that was by design because Nick Hundley was set up on the inside part of the plate. But it looked so good out of the hand. It couldn't get that top hand on top of it.
Looked like it had a little cut on it, too. Mitchell was a little bit tardy.
Fedorovich flying to right field his first at bat. Padres with Colorado collapsing here in September, and they've lost tonight in Houston 11-2. The Rockies lose. Should the Padres win tonight, they're only 1 game from escaping the cellar in the National League West.
And the cellar's only good for one thing, right, Dick?
That's storing that nice claret out of play. By the way, you know, this I went down to the new wine room here. It's on the concourse between home plate and first base, and they have a selection of whites and reds and champagne and all price levels. You know, you can get a bottle for around less than $30, or if you want to go big, I know you'd want to do that, Tony, you'd go for the $200 bottle. but what it's just a new addition. They're trying it out this year. Hundley does a good job of sliding and making the play at first base. Nick Hundley, little catcher's acrobatics to take care of his opposing catcher. 1, 2, 3, go The Dodgers in the fifth. We're at the halfway mark in this one. 4.5 in the book. Dodgers still lead 1-0.
This inning, guys.
I like it when you get funny feelings.
Channel 4 home run inning presented by Harrah's Rincon Casino. If a grand slam is hit this inning, the jackpot's up to $67,000. You have to enter at 4SD.com. And the reason why I say that is because Ted Lilly has given up 28 home runs this year. So we got to load him up and send one out of here.
I like your spirit. Perino leads it off. He walked the first time. There's that slow bender at 69 miles an hour. Takes the circuitous route to home plate. Two-strike pitch. Another one. Did he foul it? Nope. And he's tagged out as Lilly gets him to go after one in the dirt. 4 strikeouts for the veteran lefty. Wade LeBlanc sacrificed his first time.
What a great name, huh? Theodore Roosevelt Lilly. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, charge up that San Juan hill, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe he was meant to be on the hill.
Good call,
Lilly.
yeah.
He's carving up hitters tonight, man. I don't think there's any question he belongs on that hill.
He got that call. Did you see that Fedorovich was set up away, right? But it wasn't as bad as the previous ones that were taken away from him.
And it was a left-hand hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Fouls that one off the mask of the catcher. LeBlanc with that pitcher's hitting streak of 6 games in a row. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And another foul.
Breaking ball there. Oh, Bourne fouled it off. He was right on that. Going tonight, I mean, it looked like the left-handed hitters would have a little bit better chance for success tonight.
Popped up back at third, angling into foul territory as Sellers makes a staggering catch for the second out. That 2 away to Cameron Maben, who was lined to center and walked. First pitch to Maben will be the 80th from Ted Lilly.
And as we saw, not the greatest ratio as far as balls and strikes, but like Wade LeBlanc, he's only given up 2 hits.
2 hits and 2 walks. LeBlanc no walks and a couple of base knocks, and the one leadoff double has come around to score.
Oh, just flipping it up there, huh? 67.
And then a changeup following that. Not a fastball. You might think after the big slow curve, he'd throw the fastball. Instead, he throws a change at 81, but that was 14 miles an hour faster than the previous pitch. Quickly in front of Maben, 2 strikes. And another changeup. Yep. Now, I would have guessed fastball there. Waste too.
I was thinking maybe a fastball up and in.
How in the world do you get yourself ready, Tony, to hit 67 mile an hour curveball and a couple of changes?
Well, see, that's the fun in facing a guy like Lilly, because in my mind, I don't think he's going to throw his fastball by me. So, you just got to be selective and swing at strikes. And that's easier said than done, obviously, but these guys have been doing this now for 158 games, 57 games, and that's the real trick. If you can make that guy throw strikes, then you don't chase balls out of the zone like that. Now, eventually, he's got to throw something over the plate. If he doesn't, you take your walk and you let the next guy.
So 5 pitches thrown by Lilly to Maben, 3 of them the slow curves, and 2 of them changeups. The fastest pitch he's thrown in this at bat is 81 miles an hour.
And like you said, you haven't seen a fastball.
Here it comes right now, in.
Ball or strike.
Struck him out on the fastball, but it looked like it was out of the strike zone. So Lilly now with 5 strikeouts. Padres out in order in the 5th. On to the 6th. 1-0 Dodgers. A driver before you grab some buds. On September 23rd, you can join the people. Well, this is September 23rd. You can join the people at Anheuser-Busch in a nationwide effort to encourage alcohol responsibility. Show your friends you care by pledging to be a designated driver at facebook.com/Budweiser. First pitch to Velez. Swung on and missed. He struck out his first time and is now 0 for 34 this year and 0 for 43 going back to last year. Change up, 2 strikes the count.
I hate to see anybody go through
I do
that.
too.
A little tardy?
2 straight changeups and
My gosh.
89 mile per hour fastball, and this is what you call emergency hack right now, right here. Oh, it's by me.
Man, you just dislocate both wrists on
took
that.
it right out of the catcher's glove. He's looking for just anything, a worm burner, a blooper, a bleeder.
Got him again. 0 for 35. 6 strikeouts. LeBlanc got the strikeout pitch going tonight.
I think Wade LeBlanc has got it in his head. Obviously, they know the scouting report on Velez, right? He doesn't have to throw him a strike.
He doesn't. Does not.
LeBlanc's career high strikeouts is 8. The 6 tonight match his season high. Lilly grounded fairly sharply to the shortstop Bartlett his first time. 4 hits all season. Takes the breaking ball strike. Well, actually a cutter that had a lot of movement.
LeBlanc's in good shape. Pitch count. This is going to be a 64th pitch. He's throwing strikes, working ahead.
Pulled to the right side. Foul.
I remember last time Wade LeBlanc was out on that hill. Not a good ratio. He threw 103 pitches, 53 strikes, 50 balls. So he's making an adjustment tonight.
Got the win against Arizona. Back-to-back wins, in fact, against the Diamondbacks, and they have tied the Giants 1-1 in the 7th. They got the champagne on ice in Phoenix. Should the Arizona 9 win tonight, they're into the playoffs. Swung on late and missed. That's 4 strikeouts, the last 5 men that LeBlanc has faced. He's got a season high 7. We mentioned that the pitching rotation could impact who we see. Clayton Kershaw, the brilliant left-hander, is scheduled to go Sunday against the Padres' Lupke. Should San Francisco win the first couple of games, and it's still meaningful when the Dodgers go to Arizona, then Kershaw would not pitch Sunday and would go Monday, just in the spirit of giving a team trying to win the pennant your best stuff.
Making them earn it.
But Arizona trying to get business done tonight.
Tony, we touched upon it earlier, and Dick, we were talking about this before the game. The MVP vote to Kemp and the Cy Young Award vote to Kershaw. And Tony, you brought up a good point. I know we still got plenty of time to talk about it, but I think hands down, if I had a ballot, Clayton Kershaw, Cy Young.
I agree.
But foul by Gordon.
And then we touched upon Matt Kemp, possibly the MVP numbers, but your reasoning was?
It's going to be hard for the Cy Young winner and the MVP to come from a team that didn't win their division. And the writers, I mean,
so
I've always thought who had the best year myself.
Bunted and a beautiful bunt. Hundley can't make a play this time. So Gordon, who has tried to bunt every at bat, is successful here, and that's the 3rd hit for the Dodgers.
That was a perfect bunt by D. Gordon.
10-game hitting streak now for Gordon.
He showed it early, and he laid it down in a perfect spot. Hundley does all he could to make the play, but he was not going to throw D. Gordon out at first base, so it's a perfect placement by Gordon.
So a 2-out bunt single. That brings up Justin Sellers. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Single past first baseman Alberto Gonzalez his last time up. And Gordon bears watching. He has 23 stolen bases. And he's been on fire the month of September. He's stolen more than anyone in the National League this month.
Getting back to our discussion, I don't think anybody would doubt Matt Kemp's had the best offensive year.
Who wins the MVP then?
I've got the MVP coming out of America's Dairyland, Milwaukee. Braun or Fielder.
Yeah, but they're going to split some votes, those two.
That's true, and that could be how Matt Kemp ends up with it. But Ryan Braun, he's in those Triple Crown categories too. Prince Fielder's had a great year. Albert Pujols had a slow start, but he's put his type of numbers on the board.
You think one of the closest ever this year in that vote in a long time?
It could be.
Yeah.
Kemp will get some votes here in the West, but I'm not sure about that Eastern block. Same with Kershaw. And of course, you got Halladay and Lee. They're going to split some votes for the Cy Young. And Ian Kennedy might get some votes at Arizona.
I honestly think with the Cy Young, the writers have been more apt to go with who's had the best year, regardless of the numbers. Who's had the best year? And when you look, Clayton Kershaw has been outstanding in all the categories. With the MVP is a little bit different because people take that MVP to mean most valuable to your team that wins, and so it's going to be interesting.
Kershaw 20-5. They got him. He's out. There's the move. And hold on now. They're going to call a balk. What?
Who called?
Angel Hernandez.
That's a shocker. How does the first base umpire not call a balk and the home plate umpire call a balk?
Well, that's he gets in the middle of it. Just give him 9 innings. He'll make an unusual call. And Bud Black and the fans here at Petco Park are certainly not pleased with that.
Let's see if he steps at a 45. Absolutely he does. No question about it. And he didn't break the plane. You know what? That's a joke. Doesn't break the plane, steps at 45. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Actually, I think he got back safely. The tag was high up on the shoulder.
Unbelievable. And does it surprise you? Seriously, does it surprise you?
He just gave him the straight leg. He lifted his leg like he was going to go home. Steps towards first. I don't see it.
He didn't either.
But Angel Hernandez has a way of he wants to get the
no perspective
attention on him.
No perspective to see that at all.
I didn't see Davey Lopes argue. I didn't see D. Gordon say anything. Nobody was pointing their fingers saying.
Todd Tishner saw the best angle. Breaking the plane, breaking the 45-degree angle.
Yeah, it's a first baseman, first base umpire's call.
I'm agreeing with you.
So 2 outs on the bunt single and the balk. Gordon in scoring position. And the count now 2-0. And LeBlanc might be a little unnerved. A fly ball to right center. And Denorfia is out there to make the catch. So no harm done. No runs a hit. And Gordon left at second. Middle of the 6th here at Petco Park. Hernandez explaining why he called it. All right. LeBlanc at least can smile. Whoa! Ted Lilly, who is 9-4 against the Padres this year. The first 3 warm-up pitches, look where he takes them. Off the mound, about 10 feet back on the grass. Now, why would he do that?
Stretching out the hose a little bit, yeah.
The same routine, doing the same thing.
I mean, why would a pitcher want to warm up not on the rubber? Ground ball sharply, and it's off the glove of Gordon. And into shallow center field. Bartlett with a big turn, but doesn't risk an advance. So the leadoff man is on as Bartlett with a base hit. The third Padre hit tonight.
He didn't waste any time. Got a ball in the middle of the plate. Pete Gordon lays out. Can't come up with it. Bartlett's on first base.
So 3 hits aside. And Denorfia steps up. He has one of the 3 for the Padres. Single to center field his first time.
I've seen pitchers go beyond the rubber when they're warming up before a ball game to get it nice and loose and stretch it out and then hop on the hill.
Long toss in between starts. Maybe he figures if I can throw strikes from back there, I can hit my spot when I'm so much closer.
Hey, you know what? Trevor did that at Qualcomm. But then when they moved here, he didn't have that ability, remember, because of the short bullpen. Not a lot of room down there beyond where the rubber is in the Padre bullpen.
Just missed inside. Pitch count rising. 87 now for Lilly. Tying run. Bartlett at first base with that leadoff base knock. Two and 0.
Dodger bullpen starting to scurry around a bit. Guys are getting up, starting to get loose.
Lilly's getting around that 90 pitch mark, and that's what he's usually good for.
Denorfia has had a terrific September, batting .410. It's coming off the DL. Ooh, good cut there. Chris with 5 home runs this year. Only 19 runs batted in. Snap throw, and back is Bartlett. 2-2 the count on Denorfia. Slider in under his hands.
Again, I hate to be redundant, but 2-0. He got a fastball that was up in the zone. Wasn't really a strike, but fouled it off. And he comes back with a little slider that's down in the zone, not a strike.
Just looks so good because he's not overpowering. And then he takes it right down the middle, strike 3. An 86-mile-an-hour fastball.
Hey, Padre fans, go see the Lord of the Rings in concert on October 13th at the Valley View Casino Center. It's at 3500 Sports Arena Boulevard. This event combines the epic film with a live musical performance by the Munich Symphony. Tickets are available through Ticketmaster.com or at the box office.
Well, that's an interesting combination.
Yeah.
The motion picture and the Munich Symphony. One out to Nick Hundley. Doubled his last time, leading off the 4th inning, but Padres unable to advance him. Orlando Hudson moves into the on-deck circle. The Padres trying to scratch out a run off Ted Lilly. It's 1-0 Dodgers here in the 6th. Way out in front of that slow curveball. 66 miles an hour. How patient can you be waiting for that pitch to get to you?
It's like slow pitch softball. You got to really wait back. Anybody ever try to eefish you, Tony? Can you think? I don't mean to put you on the spot, but
Bob Tewksbury.
Oh yeah, when he was with the Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
Yeah. Well, you talk about a guy who couldn't break a pane of glass.
He could flip that breaking ball up there real slow.
But your point made very early, Tony, that he throws it slowly, but he gets so much action on it.
It's got such good bite at such a slow speed.
Fastball foul back into the second tier.
Mix in a 86 to 89 mile per hour fastball that's located. And he's gotten in on the right-handed hitters early in the camp, and then he's been able to throw his changeup and that breaking ball for a strike late in the camp.
Meanwhile, Mike McDougall, the angular right-hander, the first up to get loose in the Dodger bullpen. Really ahead on the count, 2 strikes and time called.
Anything Lily's been able to do tonight is he hasn't had to throw strikes, really. He's been able to put his pitches in a spot where the hitter feels like he has to swing at it.
Strike 3 called. So Hundley and DeNorfia are caught looking. 7 strikeouts for Lilly. And Hudson steps up.
This is just those right-hand hitters feel that catcher setting up under their knuckles. And that's just a fastball that gets a lot of the plate right there. Back-to-back punch-outs looking.
Hudson has popped up and grounded to third. Padres have had chopped off home plate. Lilly hurries his throw, and it's the knee for the Padres in the 6th. Bartlett a leadoff single. Padres can't move him along. 1-0 after 6. LA. Buy a Subway barbecued pulled pork sub and any drink you can celebrate with a free bag of Lay's chips. An offer this week can't last forever. Subway. Eat fresh. With Tony Gwynn, Mark Grant, Dick Enberg here at Petco, Wade LeBlanc and Ted Lilly, 2 lefties in a pitcher's duel. And the Dodgers lead at 1-0 as we move to the 7th inning. Kemp leads it off. Matt is struck out and flied out and takes ball 1. Here in his 27th birthday, bidding to continue a hitting streak, 7 straight games, but more importantly, looking for some home runs and some base hits as he endeavors to make noise about a possible triple crown. It's been forever since Dusty Medwick, the last National Leaguer, 74 years ago, won the batting title, home run title, and RBIs all in one season. And Ducky Medwick in 37 against for St. Louis. And then Yastrzemski was the last American leaguer in 1967. That's 44 years. It just is pretty tough. And then when you add the fact he's second in stolen bases. Yeah. Now he's got to get the MVP. At least from this booth, he gets 3 votes. High drive. Deep to right field. Is it long enough? You bet it is. Home run number 37 for Kemp.
Really, all you can say is, wow.
That's a powerful man.
And that's the big part of the yard going straight away right field. He just backed that ball up and drove it out. Fastball away. Doesn't swing hard, just goes with it.
Home run number 37. That ties him for the moment with Albert Pujols for the home run lead. 119 RBIs. That does lead the National League. Swing and a miss by Jerry Sands.
Didn't look like much of a stride either. Looked like it was all upper body.
Well, that's lighting the candle on your birthday cake. 2-0 Dodgers.
What do you think, Tony, on the swing? Let's watch the stride.
Nice and quiet. He sets his foot down. And that's strength right there. And that's, to me, what the best hitters in the game today can do is take that ball out there and drive it the other way like he did. Big power hitters, Pujols, Braun, Fielder, Kemp, Ryan Howard. They got the ability to back that ball up and take it out the opposite way. And he's been able to do it as well as anybody.
That's on the inside corner. Strike 3. Sands caught looking. 8 strikeouts for LeBlanc. 1 shy of his career high. But the Dodgers have fortified the lead on the Kemp home run. It's 2-0. And that actually equals his career high. 8. Done a couple of other times. Trent Olchen, sacrifice and a strikeout. Ernesto Frieri first up in the bullpen for the Padres. LeBlanc is scheduled to hit 4th in the bottom half of this 7th inning.
Back to Kemp. I was just getting ready to say, I think the hardest thing for him to do will be to get into the batting title race. That's going to be the tough one. This natural stroke, you're going to hit some home runs, and you're going to be drive-in runs.
But he strikes out a lot.
He does.
And he's 4 points behind Ryan Braun. That doesn't seem like much, but time running out.
Yeah.
Braun would have to go for a few games hitless.
He needs some help this time of the year.
1-2 to Olchen, and he takes it high again. 2-2.
Tell you, one of my most memorable moments in the big leagues was when you won it on the last day of the season in 1989. You and Will Clark were head-to-head.
That's one of those few times where you actually get to compete against the other guy that you're going against.
Yep.
You know, when you're in the same ballpark. That didn't happen very often.
Where did you go the last day?
The last day I went 3 for 4. Will Clark went 1 for 4 because I was trailing coming in and was able to win it.
I remember you got your last hit. You're on first base. Will took off his glove, extended his hand, and shook your hand and said congratulations.
He did.
2 balls, 2 strikes. That's on the inside corner, and LeBlanc with his 9th strikeout has established a career high, but a home run in this inning gives him a 2-0 deficit to stare at. Coming up, the San Diego Hyundai dealers 7th inning stretch. You get more MPG, more value, and double the warranty. Shop online at SanDiegoHyundaiDealers.com. 2 outs now in the 7th. Russell Mitchell, his soft ground ball drove in the first run back in the 2nd inning, and he struck out in the 5th. Attendance tonight 32,658. Padres hoping to draw 100,000 for the 3-game series. Line drive foul. And if they draw 100,000, that'll push them over the 2 million mark. It's like a little beer got scattered there going for that souvenir. 0-2 to Mitchell. in there. Strike 3. So LeBlanc strikes out the side. 10 in the game, fortifying his career high. But here in the 7th, Matt Kemp's 37th home run. Dodgers 2, Padres nothing. At Mossy.com. Now Ted Lilly with another run to work with, leading 2-0 going into the bottom of the 7th inning. Lilly beat the Padres last of August 4-2. His only loss this year was a 3-0 loss. He's beaten them 4-1. And 3-2. So most all the games tight, as is this one, 2-0.
I think if there's any sign of trouble, Don Mattingly's going to go to that bullpen.
First pitch swinging is Cunningham, and a fly ball, tough play down the right field line. It falls fair, and Cunningham is into second base. Oh, you couldn't have run down there and dropped it any better. Right between the first baseman Mitchell, the second baseman Velez, and the charging right fielder Jerry Sands. A bloop double for Cunningham. That's the 4th time tonight the Padres have the leadoff man on.
Perfect placement. Ball out over the plate. Cunningham a little late on it, but it's right out there in that little triangle in front of the bullpen. Sands laid out, tried to make a diving catch, couldn't get to it. The Padres right back in business.
Yeah, they need to do something here because remember Nick Hundley hit a leadoff double in the 4th. He was left stranded.
Bartlett had a leadoff single in the 6th. He never moved beyond first. He had a couple of walks, including a leadoff walk in the 3rd, and couldn't score. Well, it's got the crowd energized as pitches in for a strike. Gonzalez has struck out and popped up.
I'll tell you what, the strike zone has seemed to swell a little bit for both sides. Don't you think?
Yeah, all 3 strikeouts the top half of the inning were called 3rd strikes. Fouled into the glove of the catcher, Federer pitch.
And if that's the case where the strike zone is starting to swell, the hitters have no choice but to swing at those pitches that are off the plate a little bit. Look, you can't even see the umpire's head. You see that? He was blocked by the other hitter.
Not a strike.
Not close.
You have to, as a right-hand hitter, you have to make him throw strikes. I know it's easier said than done.
Bounce back to the mound. Lilly looks back the runner and throws out Gonzalez.
Well, you can really tell just the way Ted Lilly fielded that baseball. He is an athlete.
Yeah.
Good on his feet. Gets to the baseball. Little comebacker, always a good field position. Check the runner.
Yeah, you don't have to throw it. You just pretend like you're gonna.
And he finds some flat ground rather than throwing on that hill. The mound thrown uphill.
Kyle Blanks is going to pinch hit for Andy Perino. Blanks has been out of the lineup with a mild strain of the quadriceps suffered in Colorado. And with Guzman battling a bad neck, the Padres shy of first baseman. That's why Gonzalez started on the bag tonight. But Bud Black feeling Kyle can swing the bat, looking for something long here. And here comes Mattingly to the mound. 99 pitches for Lilly. Has he thrown his last? Mike McDougall continuing to throw in the bullpen. And Mattingly takes the ball. Lilly does a great job. Doesn't allow a run. And the pitching change brought to you by the Law Tigers, San Diego's motorcycle injury lawyers who ride. Lilly a deserved hand. Profile brought to you by Mission Federal Credit Union, your home base for great auto loan rates and all-star service. Find out more at missionfed.com. Good ERA, 2.14, 265 batting average against. Keeps the ball in the ballpark, has allowed only 3 home runs all year.
Now, he was an all-star in the American League, a 4-pitch pitcher, Mike McDougall, fastball, slider, curve, and a change. And at 33 years old, he can still get it up there, 97, 98 on that fastball.
And that's quite a contrast to what the Padres have seen from the slow curve bowling left-hander Lilly. Blanks pinch hitting for Perino. Takes a fastball inside, and that's at 92.
One of the things the Padres might gain here, though, is easier recognition of what's a ball and what's a strike. With the Lilly, the extreme was, the inner half of the plate, and now he's going to have more of a basic setup here with catcher setting up in the middle and letting the pitcher's stuff work.
Fastball poured in there. 989 is all. Checks his swing. 2 balls and a strike. Seven home runs for Blanks.
McDougall can struggle with his command at times. 27 walks going to this game in 54 innings.
That ball away, and it's 3-1.
Now, you talk about a max effort guy, huh? He's putting every ounce into each pitch.
Jeremy Hermida has a bat. He's in the on-deck circle. LeBlanc due next. Broken bat, ground ball to third. And they got the runner hung up, Cunningham. So there goes the runner in scoring position. As Cunningham caught drifting, and the put out 5-4. So there's no percentage in going to third anyway. If there's going to be 2 outs.
Yep. Well, let's see if Justin Sellers sells it. He kind of sold it to where his momentum was going towards first base. Aaron Cunningham bites. Now on a grounder. Didn't go the short way at second base. Base hit.
Chase Headley is going to pinch run for Blanks with a sore thigh. Here comes pitching coach Rick Honeycutt. And with over the hitting of Hermida, probably the scouting report on him.
And now with the base hit here, it's only first and second or first and third. With the runner on second base, his chance to score, but he is erased.
And Matt Guerrero, the right-hander, and Scott Elbert, the lefty. Whether this is a little stall by Honeycutt or whether they're just going over the way they want to pitch to Hermida. They're all set to go now. Jeremy, counting the 3 games in Colorado in the last week, is hit for the cycle. When you add up all his hits, he's come through with a single, double, triple, and a home run. And a great throw in Colorado. Throwing out a runner at third base from medium deep right field. So Lilly, an interested spectator, 2 out, a man on. And the pitch outside, ball 1. Strike at the knees. This Dodger pitching staff has just been brutally tough on the Padres this year. 15 games. In 10 of the games, they've allowed 2 runs or less. They've shut out the Padres 3 times, 1-0. And they've got them shut out tonight. Inside with a slider, 2-1. Ray LeBlanc, a terrific job.
Yeah, you got to give him credit. I mean, he gave up some knocks, but when he got into trouble, he was able to make pitches. And really, same could be said for LeBlanc, too. He pitched well, too.
2 runs on just 4 hits. One the home run by Kemp. Did not walk a man and became the first Padre all year to strike out 10 batters.
This game isn't fair sometimes, is it? I mean, you look at that line, deserves a victory.
Well, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hermida. Way outside and high. Well, he went 3-1 to Kyle Blanks, but then sawed off Blanks.
Wade did a nice job as far as throwing strikes tonight, too. 72% of the time to 3 strikes. He was right on.
Just missed inside with a slider. So the tying run is on. Hermida works McDougal for a walk. Headley moves to second. Into the top of the order, and Cameron Maben.
Well, McDougal just could not believe that last pitch was not called a strike.
And you know, quite honestly, I'm surprised it wasn't called a strike because of the way that the strike zone has gotten a little bigger as the game has gone on.
Well, he felt like he made the perfect pitch right there and didn't get the call.
It has been a strike much of the night. Padres perhaps catch an umpiring break. First and second with 2 out. 2-0 Dodgers here in the bottom of the 7th. That's a strike. Slider. Maben is lined to center, walked, and struck out. Both starters allowing only 4 hits. Bends him back.
What in the Jim Bouton is going on? Did you see McDougal's hat come off? Remember Jim Bouton? That used to happen with him back at the Yankees. He would throw the ball so hard and so much effort, the cap would come off.
Got to call a left. A ball and a strike to Maben. 2 on, 2 out. And another fastball strike. For the 7 innings, the Padres have gotten that leadoff man on. No production yet. 2-2. Maben up. Oh, my.
Oh, thank you.
Fedorovich on his way to the dugout thought that was strike 3.
That's about the same pitch.
No, that's a strike.
That he thought he had on Hermida. Dugal can't believe that that is not called a strike.
And it takes the count to 2-2. Strike 3 called. Now Maben guessing ball 3. Now the Padres are gone in the 7th. No runs ahead, a couple left. They've stranded 7 tonight. Brought to you by Discount Tire, where America saves on tires. The Braves have won, beating the National 7-4. St. Louis has lost, so Atlanta now with a 3-game lead in the wild card race. And the Diamondbacks rookie Paul Goldschmidt, a 2-run triple in the bottom of the 8th inning, and the Diamondbacks are 3 outs away from a playoff celebration in Phoenix. Nothing to celebrate here for Padre fans. They're down 2-0 as Ernesto Frieri comes in. There are his numbers on the year. Faces Fedorovich, then Velez, and the pitcher's spot. First pitch strike. Chase Headley stays in the game at third base. Off the glove of Frieri, right to Hudson, and a 1-4-3 putout. Brings up Velez, up twice, struck out twice, as his dismal 0 season continues, 0 for 35. And counting his at-bats late last year at San Francisco, 0 for the last 44 at-bats.
You see, he was, before he got into the box, taking a look at that scoreboard, and the zeros are still there.
But wasn't that a Larry Anderson remark, the pitcher that called up the heartbreak line and said, What's wrong with me? What? I just went it. That's all going bad. And the answer was, maybe you're just not very good.
That sounds like something that he would say. You bet. You have to have a sense of humor in this game to stay sane, I guess. But, I can't speak for Don Mattingly, but keep throwing him in there, I guess.
This is the type of year, the time of the year where you're going to get guys at bats and take a shot. Okay, let's see if he can get a knock tonight.
And I'm sure Don is positive as can be.
Trying to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trying to be. And, I'd love to give him an opportunity. And, against the Padres, nothing's at stake in playoff scenarios. So
at least he made contact.
Give him a shot. See if he can get a knock tonight.
James Loney now has moved into the on-deck circle. Apparently he'll hit for the pitcher McDougald. Loney has really been red hot this last month or so. 0-2 on Velez. Boy, that is a heavy collar.
Yes,
for a season.
Yep.
That's a yoke. Not a joke, a yoke, like the oxen.
Exactly,
yoke.
yeah.
Boy, this may be it. Foul ball. We were talking to the Hall of Fame announcer of the Dodgers, Vin Scully. He said he just has a feeling that if he gets a base hit, they're going to call timeout and rescue the ball for him. Sure.
You could see the bullpen as that ball was headed down the left field line, all standing up. They all know. They all feel for him.
Back to home plate, Velez missed by about 8 feet. 2 strikes the count. There's the redhead from Fordham, who has announced he'll be back next year at age 83 to call the Dodger games. That's good news for everyone who loves this game. The best. Struck him out. 3 times up, 3 times punched out. And this disastrous season continues. James Loney to pinch hit, and here comes Bud Black to the mound, and he's going to go to the bullpen and bring in a left-hander. We'll see whether it's Spence or Thatcher. Joe Thatcher has been getting loose, so he apparently is the call too. Here he comes. So breaking the action with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning, and the Dodgers leading 2-0. Enjoy a wonderful evening, happy hour 7 days a week, while you also take enjoyment in their quality, fresh Mexican food, Lolitas. So Thatcher comes in to pitch to left-handed hitting Loney. Loney raising his average early in the season. He was struggling. Now up to 288 with 11 home runs. 63 runs batted in to this first baseman. Base is empty. 2 gone here in the 8th. Comes out swinging. Well, tomorrow night it'll be the matchup of Aaron Harang, 13-7 for the Padres, against Chad Billingsley, 11-10, the right-hander for the Dodgers. 25,000 rally towels to be distributed to you fans. 5 o'clock here on Channel 4 for our Honda Dealers pregame show. 1-1. And then on Sunday, the 1 o'clock start. Corey Lupke pitching very well, much better than that 6-9 record would indicate, against a man vying for the Cy Young Award, Clayton Kershaw, 20-5. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Loney. And it will be Kershaw because Arizona has clinched the National League West tonight with a. No, wait a minute. It's still the 9th inning. 3-1 Arizona. It's close to the end in Phoenix. It is now a final. 3-1. Inside 2-2. Well, congratulations, Kirk Gibson and the Arizona Diamondbacks, from worst to first. They turned it around completely. And they are currently 7 games ahead of San Francisco. What a season.
Who'd have thought it?
I mean, every publication, every so-called expert had them last in the National League West.
I think about when I think of Arizona was how bad their bullpen was last year.
Absolutely.
And Kevin Towers went out, and that was the first thing that he addressed. And boy, what a difference a year makes.
Long drive, right field. If fair, it's trouble. It is just foul.
Yeah, Arizona's bullpen last year was like over 5.5.
Yeah.
And this year, you know, it's respectable in the 3s.
Woods has 40 saves.
Mm-hmm.
Probably saved the game
I
tonight.
was just going to say, he probably closed out tonight's clincher.
High fly ball, shallow and left. Out goes Bartlett. In comes Cunningham. And the left fielder grabs the final out here in the 8th inning. Padres will bring up Bartlett, DeNorfia, and Huntley, trailing 2-0. A catcher all of his life, converted to pitching a year ago, and he's a good one. 2-1 on the year. Tough to get base hits off this guy. 163 batting average against. 48th appearance of the year. Jamie Carroll comes in to play second base. Loney stays in the game at first base. Bartlett, DeNorfia, and Hundley, 3 right-handed batters scheduled against Jansen. Bartlett, one of the 4 Padre hits tonight, a single off the glove of shortstop Gordon the last time, and the first pitch is in there.
Boy, he's a big kid, isn't he, Jansen? Yeah. All 6'6" of him. And the pitch that's really put him over the top this year, you know, he's a little high on the walk side, but he throws that cutter.
Yep.
That cut fastball, 96, 97 when he really gets hot and heavy out there. A slider and also a change. Now that's a true slider right there. Nice tilt.
A ball and 2 strikes. So you can imagine as a converted catcher how, you know, in 2 years' time, how he's picked up the repertoire.
He's going to be a fixture in their bullpen.
He's imposing, and he drives at you with that fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was 94 miles an hour.
So you try to push Bartlett in with a straight fastball, but he'll cut one. Same velocity.
Wow. Inside corner, says Angel Hernandez. And there's one away. Well, let's look at our comparison tonight. Brought to you by the San Diego Toyota dealers. We've got what it takes. Toyota. The Dodgers, just before the All-Star break, were 37-51. Now they're 15 games over 500 since. To move a game above 500 on the year, 78-77 for Don Mattingly. And trying to improve on that with a 2-0 lead tonight. DeNorfia, his knees buckled on that slider. Dodger pitching has struck out 9 tonight. Padres 11 strikeouts for LeBlanc and Frieri combined. Foul back. Another foul.
Northfield just staying alive, able to foul that one off.
You know, if Jansen can harness that control a little bit and learn how to locate that cutter, well, he's going to be a good one.
But tonight he's been more conventional. Straight fastball, a little slider.
1-2, and he struck him out. Now he comes in to strike out Bartlett and DeNorfia.
This ball has a little cut to it, just a little bit.
Nick Hundley has struck out twice tonight, and in between he doubled to left. Last fastball at 96 miles an hour just blew it by DeNorfia. 94, first pitch to Hundley.
That's the thing that's unusual about Jansen is that his fastball cuts at that kind of velocity. The only other guy I know that does that consistently is Mariano Rivera.
0-2. 95 on that one. So he's a pitch away from striking out the side.
What's Mariano's velocity? Low 90s these days?
Yeah, low 90s now.
But he can locate, right?
Yes.
That's easy 96.
Easy. Located. And that's, guys on the bench will say, that's a pretty good 0-2 pitch right there.
Smooth jazz, easy 96. On the fastball.
AM and FM. Over but low. Slider it. Kenley Jansen. Just a baby. That one's off the plate. He'll be 24 at the end of this month. Out of play, and the count remains full to Hundley. Padres need a base runner, bring that tying run to the plate. We're in the last of the 8th, and the Dodgers, with a run in the second on a leadoff double, a sacrifice, and a ground ball out, and Matt Kemp's 37th home run of the year, lead it 2-0. Wade LeBlanc, 7 innings, allowed the 2 runs on only 4 hits, no walks, struck out 10. Another foul. Another foul. 3-2 to Hundley. Trying to keep it alive here. Orlando Hudson on deck.
Hundley not getting cheated. Taking his hacks.
Struck out the side. And with that strikeout, the Padres have tied their all-time record for most strikeouts in a season. Jansen taking care of business with a fastball in the 8th. Padres Majestic Team Store is located on the bottom floor of the Western Metal Supply Building at Petco Park and is open daily, whether the Padres are home or not. Visit the Padres Majestic Team Store tomorrow. It's out there beyond the left field corner. So Thatcher stays in for the 9th inning. Top of the order, D. Gordon has a bunt single and 3 at bats. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he's squared to bunt each at bat. Justin Sellers and then Matt Kemp will get another turn. That foul tipped, and it's 1-2. Now the baseball world now watching Matt Kemp's every time at bat.
Yeah.
And we'll see him again tonight. Soft ground ball to short. Bartlett has to hurry, and Gordon out by a step. That brings up Justin Sellers, a single in 3 at-bats. Dodgers with only 4 hits tonight, but have managed a couple of runs, and Bud Black goes to the mound. And that'll be all for Thatcher. Pitching change made here for San Diego with 1 out, bases empty in the 9th inning. Brad Brock comes in. Brought to you by the RCP Block and Brick operation. You can create a pathway through your garden with easy to install stepping stones at RCP Block and Brick. So far, Brock having trouble foiling the opposing hitters. A couple of chances here. He's going to face Sellers and then Matt Kemp. It's just a way for Bud Black to test this young kid, see what he's got.
Hey, if he was going to be called up in May, it might be a different story in a 2-0 game. But since he's out of the race, see how they react with only a 2-run lead and late in the game.
Fastball 94.
This is probably going to be his last chance to see these guys before swinging the trade in. So, you're right, bring him in and face a guy like Matt Kemp and see what he can do.
Fastball riding outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sellers. Tap to the mound, single to right, and fly to right. Hoists this one high down the left field line. A long run for Bartlett. Slides, and the ball bounds into the seats off the warning pad. Tough chance for the shortstop. The ball and that barrier were about to approach at the same time.
And I think he approached it the right way. You run as far as you can, and when you get close, you go ahead and slide, because it's a whole lot easier to slide off that padding than it is to run into it. And he just came up a little bit short.
Sellers back to the plate. 1-2 the count. Slider well outside. Southern Californian is Sellers, born in Bellflower, went to Huntington Beach High School. So you can imagine what a thrill it is for him to make it up for a chance to wear that Dodger uniform.
He's up there battling.
Bases empty here in the top of the 9th inning at Petco. The Dodgers lead it 2-0. Fastball inside and able to check his swing, and the count goes full.
Oh, that ball had some serious fuzz on it in the inner half of the plate. Let's see if Brock counters with the slider down and away. 3-2. Or, you know, he just might challenge him with a good fastball. Doesn't want to give him a free pass.
Line drive to Bartlett for the out. So 2 away, and here comes Matt Kemp. Against LeBlanc, struck out, fly to right, and homered to right. .37 home runs, unless Pujols homer tonight. He lines this one down the left field line, and that ball is foul by a foot. Unless Pujols homer tonight, Kemp has tied the first baseman of the Cardinals for most home runs in the National League at 37. The RBI 119. He leads the league, and 1 for 3. His average still at 326. 4 points under Ryan Braun.
Here's the at bat where you're going to make some hay. If you're Matt Kemp, you got to figure out a way to get a knock right here, because 1 for 3, you'll stay at where you started today, but 2 for 4, you give yourself a chance. You put yourself in a position where you can gain some points.
Fouls that one. Ooh, that hit Hundley in the shin guard. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the chest protector. Ooh, off that right shoulder. Boy, that extra padding on that shoulder saving Hundley there.
Even with that padding, that hurt. That still gotta hurt.
2-strike pitch. Got him. So Brock gets the 2-man heat bases. Sellers and Kemp. 1-2-3. The Dodgers gone in the 9th. Padres need 2 to tie. They'll start it with Orlando Hudson. Bottom of the 9th.
Nobody beats El Cajon Ford.
Visit them at Broadway and Main or elcajonford.com. And the hit of the game produced by Matt Kemp. 7th inning. Wade LeBlanc, and Kemp showing his power to the opposite field. Drills that one some 400 plus feet to right center. The ball doesn't usually carry that well to that part of the ballpark. And that gave the Dodgers the extra run, the 2-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. And Javi Guerra comes in to try to seal the win, pick up his save. He's become the closer the middle of the year on. Hudson leads it off for the Padres. They need 2 to tie. Guerra with 19 saves this year to lead Los Angeles.
Another hard thrower out of that bullpen as well. 96-97 for Guerra on the fastball. Mostly fastball slider. He'll mix in a curve and a changeup.
Padres not unhappy to see Kenley Jansen lead the game after he blew down 3 hitters, striking out Bartlett, Denorfy, and Hundley. Overpowering stuff. Will Venable, who's been injured, out of the lineup for over a week, is on deck. Low and inside, 2-1.
Now, this is a pretty good story about Javi Guerra as well. 25-year-old rookie called up from Double-A, worked himself into the closer's role, trying to record his 20th save of the year. Talk about taking advantage of an opportunity.
Ground ball right side, gloved by Loney, throw to Guerra, and there's one away. We invite you to stay tuned. Sequan Casino postgame show from our Channel 4 studios. John Weisbarth and Bob Scanlon standing by. Sequan Casino. Get away for the day at Sequan Casino. Good to see Will Venable healthy enough to have an at-bat. Even 250 on the season. Been bothered by a shoulder and a bad back. And takes a strike at 93. Alberto Gonzalez scheduled next. Padres at risk of being shut out by the Dodgers for the 5th time this year. He 19 overall, leads the major leagues.
Dick, I know you were asking about Albert Pujols tonight against Cardinal in the Cardinal game.
Yes.
He did not homer, but in Milwaukee, Braun and Fielder homered tonight.
Any other hits for Braun in terms of his batting average?
Braun went 1 for 4, so he's going to drop a point tonight.
High fly ball to left field. In comes Olchen. 2 gone here in the 9th. So after the postgame show, Sequan Casino postgame show, I know you'll want to hang around because it's the 100th anniversary. Jane Mitchell's one-on-one. 100 terrific shows, and she's going to give you a little taste of all of them, and some remarks by those that she's interviewed. Great admiration society for Jane, who does Emmy Award winning work. So that's going to follow the postgame show, her 100th one-on-one celebration. 1 strike to Gonzalez, and the Padres are down to their final strike. Gonzalez has struck out, popped up, and tapped to the mound. One ball and 2 strikes. The disturbing reality of this game is if you can't score, you can't win. It's been tough for the Padres and Bud Black in that regard.
Yeah.
And the ball game is over. The Dodgers have shut out the Padres again, 2-0. A 4-pitcher combination to shut out San Diego on a 4-hitter. The Dodgers continue to win 22 of their last 30 games in the victory column, and we'll be back with the final totals here at Petco Park right after this.